Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new episode on this channel. Today we're going to be reacting to something a little bit different, right? Like we need a bit of a break from the drama, plus there's no updates on the drama anyway, so it's not like we're missing out on anything. Today we're going to be reacting to what females are reading from Shoe on Head. She's the goat of this video, so once again, the link is in the description. The first link, right? It's her channel. Go show some support. Drop her a like. Drop her a subscribe. I want to thank you all for the support in the last on the last like 3 videos. Like holy god! But yeah, man. Yeah, let's find out what women are reading, man. Cause apparently there's some wild shit. So I'm very interested to find out what's going on. Also, ignore my dog walking around. But yeah, let's see what she has to hear. Give me actually, hold on. Right, let's go.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 5-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or Book Talk, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women, in particular, have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
What the fuck?
A popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
That's right. The Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory
Nah, we're 2 minutes into the video, bro. I can't be doing this. But all I'm gonna say, it checks out. It is the type of person that I would expect to read a book like that.
Farm since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
If this book is trash, then I am a f***ing raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on this because it is so good.
Alright, let's see how good it is, man. Now I'm hyped. I want to know.
inform you that there is a new epidemic. An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners.
I'm reading what I read.
Now, for those of you unaware,
What the fuck is smut? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, I'm Romanian. I don't know what that means. Can someone let me know in the comments what that means?
where gooner is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And
Yeah, we
smut
know.
is
There we
slang
go. Never mind. Okay, she was gonna say.
for dark romance novels,
Oh, I see.
otherwise known as porn. Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships, and most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they go incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on TikTok. They go to smut conventions.
What the fuck is that, bro? Like, holy shit. Sure.
And get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking. Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yes. Yes, it is. But have you considered it takes one to truly know one? You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay? You don't understand.
Okay.
It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance convention that ended in disaster.
Bro,
let's take a break from all this depressing political news and talk about something silly. Not that those political things aren't important, trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but fear not. I have an app for that. So before we get into this video, let's quit an app that gives
No.
readers an easy way to every story. Let's get back to the video.
All right.
Book Talk is a very interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see, books
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you mean? Like, you show us like some like fucked up book that older women are reading, and then you're like, yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I don't think it's interesting in the normal way, you know?
on TikTok are not rated by how well they are
Also, is that a green screen or just like a wallpaper you put behind you? Because like the books like warp around.
written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. And what does spice mean? Porn.
Obviously.
It means porn. Spice level is very important to book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my god!
Like all of us. Yeah,
She's
sure.
stuff like me! On the verge
Yeah,
of
hashtag relatable, right?
moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning
So basically, kind of like OnlyFans, right? But like, is this, bro? This is a book for furries, right? Like, I'm gonna say this right now. Like, this sounds like a book for furries. Like, if furries were real and like women can start on OnlyFans with a furry, like that's what I think so far.
Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef.
Bro, what the fuck, man? Oh my god. And then women say like, oh man, I'm just watching some like fucked up shit. I mean, sure, yeah, we are, but like, so are you. Like, I don't know, man. Sure, there are some men that would be interesting in this kind of shit, but it's not the majority. Like, come on, this is fucked up.
With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Yeah,
Morning
please.
Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her
What do you
coochie
mean?
is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
I mean, listen, I haven't read the book, so maybe I'm missing something, but that does not sound right.
This is every fucking breadtube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So
I was expecting to say like, it's interesting. Like, it's a good book, but it's kind of fucked up. Nah, bro. Like, she's just like, yeah, that 19th Amendment needs to be like ripped out. Be
like
gone.
I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males.
What? Huh? What the fuck did you just say, bro? I had to back off from the mic because I don't want to break everyone's ears. Like, sorry about that. But what the fuck did she just say? Oh man, it's gonna. I've seen the thumbnail and the title. Female goodness must be stopped, and I was like, yeah, this is 100% gonna be an interesting video. Holy fuck, bro! And we're only like 8 minutes in, bro. Like, god damn, bro.
And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put
Why?
on some
Why did you do that, bro?
watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here like selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point she
Okay.
says the term, and I quote, the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this and the whole time I'm thinking like,
Bro, what?
okay, he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with like
What the fuck?
horns. Then I see the official artwork.
Okay.
That's a cow.
So I was right. They are into furry porn. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually shouted that. But I was right. Like, holy fuck, that into furry porn. And they call us weird, bro. We just watch fucking normal porn. Like, goddamn. You're reading about fucking a cow fucking you. Like, huh?
Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a
Yep.
few parts, they're being intimate, and it will be like, his hooves clip clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing him. And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this
the
book.
jokes
She's
just
like
write
describing
themselves.
how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing this shit and you're just like,
Yup.
that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous
What the
territory,
fuck?
folks. She also
Go on.
f***ers his ass. She f***ers the cow's ass. By the way, if you want an uncensored
Bro, what the fuck am I watching, man? Listen. I didn't watch this, so I didn't know what the fuck I was getting myself into. I thought this was just gonna be like, oh yeah, they were reading some like fucking romantic novel when their man like unties her bra and kisses her soft and breasts and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Not some like fucking furry porn. Like, god damn, bro. Like, holy shit.
version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video. So you can hear me
don't
talk
wanna
about
hear this.
f***ing and f***ing a cow's asshole. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway,
I'm
I like
good.
how in
I'm
this
good on
fantasy
that one,
world,
I'm not gonna
student
lie.
loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings.
Yep.
And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks.
Hold on. Oh my god. Why the fuck am I trying to process this? Anyway, I'm gonna ask you since I paused the video. So if he has a nose ring, but he's divorced, how the because if he has the nose ring means that he's married, right? But he's divorced and he still has the nose ring. Wouldn't that actually imply that he's still married? Am I missing something? Like, because it will logically make sense, right? Just like a ring in real life, right? Like, if you marry someone, you wear the ring, but like if when you divorce it, you take off the ring, right? Like, you don't keep that ring on your fingers. Now it's like stuck to my finger. It's like one with my finger, one with my flesh, right? Hold on, I need to go back because there was something else I want to say.
You're married, like the nose ring thing without student loans.
Oh yeah. Also, which one is it? I kind of have a feeling I know which one it is, but I just want to make sure. Is this book popular because it contains the furry porn, or is it popular because it contains like it shares the struggle, you know, like student loans? Oh my god, like this book is so relatable, you know, to real life. Like, oh my god, I have a feeling it's because of the furry porn, but let's all pretend and hope that it's actually is very popular because of the student loan. There's everybody's like, oh my god, so relatable. But yeah, this is fucking cringe, man.
Or is deep.
Oh, bro, I can't, bro. I'm cringing hard as fuck right now. Okay, listen. I mean, I know this is a topic that everybody has a different opinion on, right? Like, personally, I believe, right? If you go on a date, yeah, sure. I feel like, yeah, the first date should be paid by the man, right? But if you think that, nah, bro, like first date should be half and half because we don't know each other that well, like we don't know if we're gonna advance or not, then sure, I agree with that too, like paying half and half. But the problem is that like women nowadays, wait, hold on, I can't. Oh fuck, I think I forgot to change scenes again. My bad. But I feel like the big problem with women nowadays is that they just expect you to pay for it. And like if you don't, you know, you're like the horrible person or whatever, right? Like they have the most extremist view, and think of you in the most extremist way possible. Like, bitch, I'm not obligated to pay for your meal. Like, yeah, I can, and you know, yeah, sure, you can argue this is the right thing to do, but I'm not obligated to. And then the second thing is, women always complain about, oh, men just always sexualize us, like they only care about sex, they only care about, like, you know, fucking and this and that, like they don't care about us as human being. But the thing is, one, that's not everybody. Yeah, sure, there are weirdos out there, like, obviously, right? But the other thing is, a lot of the times you're the one that you're sexualizing yourself. Like, you're the one that's putting, like, you're putting yourself in that position, right? Like, you dress very provocative, right? So you obviously beg for the attention, right? You know, some women create OnlyFans accounts, so that's obviously, like, you know, that's not even worth talking about, like we all know, right? And then this book kind of describes what a woman thinks about, kind of to a T. Like, you're the one that, like, you know, you would think that, like, oh, bro, he paid for my bill. Now if he tells me to suck his cock, I would just, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So you can't say, oh, men are always sexualizing women. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? And then you read shit like this and you think that this is normal. Of course you're fucked up in the brain. It's like men that have no self-esteem and then they just blame everything on women. Are like, oh man, my life is horrible because women are pieces of shit. Like, all women should be killed or whatever. Like, that's not the norm. That's not what the majority of people think. That's fucked up, and that just shows that you have a mental issue. You probably should be fucking put in a box and on some medications to get yourself back on track. Like, you need to leave the internet and get yourself together. Like, this is not what people think. This is not normal. So thinking like this is not a good thing, right? Like, and then you can't blame, like, you can't sexualize yourself and then go and blame every man for sexualizing you when you walk around in very revealing clothes, or you go to a gym and then you wear, like, you know, like a really short, like super, like, exposed bra, or, like, you know, sports bra or whatever the fuck is called, you know, and like tights that make your ass, you know, stand out. Like, of course women, like, some weirdos are gonna be but that's not the norm, and you're the one that's putting yourself in that position. If you wear something a bit less revealing and you act normal, then, you know, yeah, sure, there will still be weirdos that act out. But even a lot of those weirdos won't be like anymore, and they will just, like, fucking mind their own business. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to offend, like, oh, the weirdos, because I'm not. Like, I'm obviously pointing out the fact that they're weirdos and they should also be put in the box. They should also get off the fucking internet. But you can't be like, oh, men are bad, all men are bad, fuck men. You know what I mean? And then you treat men like the worst pieces of shit on this planet, and then you wonder, why are no men liking me? Why are no men talking to me? What the fuck is wrong with men, bro? Men are incels. Like, nobody, like, no man talks to women anymore. Like, bro, you're fucking asking for it. You know what I mean? Let me just check if I actually forgot to switch scenes again. Right, I'm back. Yeah, I did forget. So I did forget to switch tabs. So let's go back a little bit so you guys can see. You know what? Fuck it. We'll leave it from, like, here.
She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had
Sorry. If you guys want to read.
suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside every woman, there are two wolves. Or two bowls. The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably...
What the fuck was that? Just, like, deep throating her finger? Like, what the
dinner,
fuck?
Not a down payment for your time.
What is this? What are you doing?
but I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what.
Yeah, what the fuck? What was that? Like, goddamn, bro. Like, you're right there. Like, do you need to go to a mental hospital? Like, relax. Just calm yourself, or like, what?
Paragraph for myself.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon with 21,000 ratings and a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000
Holy
ratings.
shit.
Let's just read some random ones here. Hear me out. Hear me out. A milking good time. Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good.
You know what? If I was Sean Head, I would not cover the review names. Expose them fuckers.
Milking good time. Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot?
Yeah, it's like men watching porn and like, nah, bro, I'm not masturbating. I'm just watching it for the plot. Like, relax, bro. We're chilling. Like, come on, man. Like, we all know what the fuck you're doing.
Please. This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles. Like, sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars. I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant now. So that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star. Not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow and now my family has no food for the winter. 1 star. Accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke.
How the fuck do you order this by accident, bro? Like, what? That is bullshit. You had to be chatting shit. How the fuck do you order this while on pain medication?
1 star. Accidentally ordered while on
Oh,
pain
of course it's from United Kingdom, so yeah, it makes sense
medication
now.
after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lesai. Why can't human males be more like this?
Yeah, see what I mean? Like they have these extreme views on men, but like they think that they're like, oh my god, that's like, you know, the man has to do everything, we don't do anything, you know, we deserve to have everything and do nothing. Like, that's not how it works, bro. Like, it's equal, you know. Yeah, you have to put in the work, and so does the man. Like, that's how it works. Like, you know, you can't expect one side to put in everything while you do jack shit. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, let's continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to do you like that. It's a bit of a weird pause
you what?
frame.
Lesai. Why can't human males be more like this? Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well,
honestly,
Ronald,
fair.
man detected, this
I
isn't
know,
for
right?
you.
Yeah, he's the only comment somewhat rational, and then it's a fucking man. Why the fuck did you read this in the first place, bro? Are you that down bad?
Of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald, man detected, this isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the fuck you
What?
watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him
No, hold on, pause. What the fuck did you just say? I need to hear that again.
for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the fuck you watch that is so morally superior than this.
Who the fuck watches that? Well, to be honest, let's be honest. I don't think that's an actual book, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go on.
Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with.
So basically, OnlyFans. That's basically OnlyFans, or what is also known as prostitution. Milking men to financial security. Congratulations.
Enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with a minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like,
You shouldn't have
I'm
freedom.
really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay? Bull cock matters. Oh my god.
fuck,
Edit that
bro?
out. Editor, edit that out.
No.
Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them? I
No.
accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting
Yeah, they really seem to like dragons, huh?
it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to
Gator.
the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose the bear. The billionaire orc. Moth.
Wait, hold on,
This
what?
is gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Oh, so this is why they chose the bear.
Yup.
The billionaire orc. Moth manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh,
What the fuck, bro?
are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the
Wait, you have a husband or boyfriend or whatever, bro? Advice to you, bro. You gotta fucking dip. Like, you gotta go, bro.
first book
And don't show him that shit if you wanna keep him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are these the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the first
Real
book that
literature,
I would like
bro.
to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm, and it's not a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister, and she got stuck in the washer machine again. Women on TikTok are openly, proudly
Oh my
talking
God,
about the
bro.
porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73
What? Yeah, we live in the age of OnlyFans, and or what's the dominant gender that does OnlyFans? Shocker, it's fucking women. And honestly, if I was to give a man advice between reading your dog shit books about furry porn or just subscribing to an OnlyFans account, which by the way you should never do, you shouldn't fucking subscribe to OnlyFans, I would still tell you to subscribe to OnlyFans. At least that's like actual porn, bro. There's a woman and a man like, you're reading about fucking a cow banging you, like, what the fuck? And you talking about how you want to suck his dick and like, oh my god, his slimy mouth and wide ass mouth, and then you talk about fingering his ass. Like you're more down bad than the people that subscribe to OnlyFans. And that's kind of down bad, like quite low on the scale of down bad, bro. Like that's fucked.
watch porn in any random
Oh, sorry, my bad. Quite high on the scale of down bad.
month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy book clubs and wine." But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up. Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is what you guys are essentially doing. It's just funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student
it's
debt
not funny.
is not funny?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
If that
It
makes
is
me
funny.
a sexist, misogynist, you got me.
Well, hold on, Sean, because you're already a pick-me according to the internet. You're a pick-me for men, even though you're married and you have a child, but you're a pick-me for men. So it's okay. Like, at this point, I don't think they can say anything, and no matter what you do, you'll still be a pick-me for men, and you will be sexist towards women, even though you are one.
like you are so different and above the other gooners is just, it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it to fat booty Latinas in Space 12. You're sitting there all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse cock spinning 360 degrees in your mind.
What the fuck?
I'm not impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy, but purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there is much wilder stuff out there. For example, these men have clearly not yet discovered knotting, a popular term in romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides.
I did not want to know that.
Oh, honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women reading, bro? What is that, like, stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy? What happened to that? We used to make fun of that.
Yeah, what happened to normal romantic shit?
We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50 Shades of Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the shit the average woman on TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You fantasize about dating the...
You know what? She said it best. I was gonna ask something about a 50 Shades of Grey, but she said it best. Honestly, just
quiet,
move on.
shy, nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like, going out clubbing and hooking up with random men.
Yeah, she's just fucking
she's at
cows.
home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book. Except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies. Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with role play. You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right?
What the fuck did you... I'm sorry, I cut you in the middle of the sentence. I'll let you explain it. But I really want to add this. Yeah, sure, there's nothing wrong with fiction. Yeah, duh. But the problem is, and this is something that's a problem to men as well, like, it's not just women, right? Like, this is men as well. A lot of people confuse, or no, sorry, they don't confuse. They turn fiction into wannabe reality. Like, they will read or watch so much fucked up shit that normal stuff becomes boring to them, and the only thing that excites them is this fucked up shit or like weird shit, like this fiction shit, right? Like, I can bet you whatever the fuck you want. I can bet my left testicle that out of all those women that read that book, there's at least at the minimum one that has read so many like fiction books, like, I don't know, fucking dragons or goblins or whatever, to the point where now the only thing that gets her interested and aroused is, you know, watching porn or reading about porn with goblins and like mythical creatures, right? You know, normal porn does not interest her anymore because she's not getting aroused by it anymore, you know what I mean? And that's obviously, like I said, that's a problem with men as well. Like, this is not exclusive to women. You know what I mean? Like, you know, men have this problem as well. They watch too much hentai to the point where real life porn or sex or whatever, right? Like, it's not arousing anymore. Like, it's not appealing anymore. They can't get it hard without taking some Viagra, you know what I mean? When they get in bed with a woman, because she's not 2D and has like fucking gigantic ass tits, you know what I mean? Like, that's obviously that's not good. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not good, right? Like, I don't want people to think like, oh, what's wrong with that, bro? That shit is fucked up. Like, you need to get off the internet. You need to stop masturbating and like go get a life, bro. Like, go touch some grass. You know, get into therapy if you need to, but like, that's not good. And that's the problem. That's the bigger issue. That, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I cut it off too early, and she was gonna say anyway. But I have a feeling she's not gonna mention this. But that's the bigger problem, right? It's not necessarily the fact that you watch it or you read it. It's the fact that if this is all you do, then this is what to you becomes normal, right? Like, this is what appeals to you now. This is what you deem to be arousing, right? Your body thing, you know, your brain, sorry, is just like, oh man, you know, this man is naked, like, you know, whatever. He might have a massive schlong and a six pack, but he's not as hot as as the bull that I read about in one of those like hentai books or erotic books, right? And like, you know, you're not gonna be able to enjoy it anymore. You know, same with men. It's like, oh yeah, this woman is hot. Like, she's like maybe a 9 out of 10, but she's not like the fucking anime bitches that I've been used to jerking off to. You know what I mean? So like, I can't get hard on this. You know, and that's a big problem. Like, that's the downside of just always watching porn, like, you know, watching porn in excessive amounts. Because even if you watch normal porn, if you watch in excessive amounts, at one point you become so desensitized that either you fall down this path where you start to look at more and more fucked up shit, or you watch so much porn that whenever you, because obviously porn has a lot of unrealistic expectations, right? Like, all the women are super hot, all the women are like 9 out of 10s or 8 out of 10s, you know. But then in reality, most women are maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10, right? And then you date someone that's a 5 or a 6 out of 10, and then you can't get hard because she's not as hot as the, I don't know, Mia Khalifa or whoever the fuck you watch on Pornhub, right? So, you know, it's a big problem that people don't really talk about, even though it should be talked about more, right? And by the way, for the people, for the woman, I don't think there's a woman watching this. I kind of doubt it, but if you are, hello. And number two, don't worry. I have a video. She made a video about men as well, so we're going to react to that as well, because obviously, just like I said until now, men are not perfect. Like, you know, neither females or males are perfect. Like, you know, we are fucked up in different ways, but that doesn't mean that we can't criticize and can't bring to the light the fucked up situations and be like, yo, you need to stop with this fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, let's continue.
You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow, or at least I hope not.
Yeah.
We all know there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
What?
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right? Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make. This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and, you know, that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, During the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantic.
And let me guess. The response is gonna be, well, why did you go to an event like this? Because, you know, obviously, why the fuck bring up the point when you can just say, well, it was an event where, you know, we're about getting sexy time. Like, you know, everybody knew about it. Like, you know, consent is, you know, automatically given by just showing up to the event. But like, that's not how it works. And even if, say, that's how it works and that's how it was specified in the event, if someone tells you back the fuck off, no, I don't want to do this, then you have to back the fuck off and stop. Like, you don't continue. Like, that's not all right. Obviously, I'm assuming what the answer is going to be, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is actually the reply he got back. But I don't know if she's actually going to show the reply. But it is fucked up. Also, whatever, I'm not trying to, you know, minimize the situation by any means, but whatever, say, you know, whatever, the touching and shit, say that doesn't matter, right? For a second. Say we completely ignore that. Who the fuck puts an air tag on you to follow you? Like, bro, that guy has to be so fucking lucky that he went to a hotel and not back to his own house. And thank fuck that air tags let you know, you know, if the air tag is bound to someone else, right, and someone puts it in your pocket, for example, right, and you walk a certain amount of distance, then the air tag will flash, you know, like, or, you know, and it will show a notification on your phone. It's like, hey, there's this air tag near you. Like, is this okay? Like, are you chill like that or no? You know what I mean? As soon as it detects that is getting, you know, to a certain distance from the owner of the AirTag, right? Because obviously the AirTag is bound to an iCloud account, just like your iPhone, just like your Apple Watch or fucking AirPods or whatever, right? Your iPad, whatever, MacBook, etc., right? And so it will do the exact same thing. So, but only difference will be that it will also alert nearby iPhones, right? Like if it detects like, oh, there's an iPhone, you know, within like, you know, less than 50 yards of me, like, hey, but like the owner is like 2 miles back. Hey, there's an AirTag like really close to you. Like, are you aware of this or no? You know what I mean? So it's a good feature, you know, especially for, you know, for cases like this. Like, I feel like this is why it was made a feature, right? Like, because of situations like this. But still, what kind of normal person would do this shit? Like, you're clearly mentally ill. Like, you clearly need to be hospitalized if you're doing this kind of stuff. Like, you should not be allowed to roam the streets if you're doing this kind of shit. Like, this is crossing all boundaries. It's even worse than, you know, non-consensually touching someone around on their body and like in their trousers and shit. You know what I mean? It's even worse. Because think about it like this. Say, you know, you do this and you think it's funny, like, haha, funny, whatever, right? And you personally don't have any bad intentions, but you got there with someone, you know, with a friend or something, but that friend is even more fucked up in the head than you are and more retarded than you are, and he thinks it will be funny to go to his hotel room and like bang on his door, right? Now, given that this is most likely in America, either, you know, that guy might be carrying a gun, and if your friend tries to do anything retarded, he might get shot, or that person that you have put an AirTag in, or, you know, that you AirTagged, then that person will die, right? Or could get sexually abused or anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is such a massive risk, and like, this is so fucked up. Like, you should not be doing this kind of shit. Like, this is wild. How the fuck can people do this kind of stuff? And then, you know, you wonder why people are going less and less to events like this, or, well, maybe not even erotic events, but like events in general, right? Like, people go less and less to TwitchCon because streamers go less and less to TwitchCon because they get harassed by weirdos that watch them online, right? Like, they fucking just go and harass them by like grabbing them without their knowledge, or like trying to kiss them, or fucked up shit like that. And then the event organizers do nothing, and the people that did this fucked up shit don't get in any trouble, right? Like, for example, it was a situation with Emru last time she went at TwitchCon, right, where someone, like, I believe he tried to kiss her or something like that, and the only thing that happened to him, even though she asked for extra security and they denied her, she wanted to bring her own security to make sure that she's safe, and they also denied her. They told her she can't bring it in. The only thing that happened to the person that harassed her was a 30-day ban on Twitch. Bro, you're supposed to, like, let the police know, yo, we got a fucking creep, like, you know what I mean? Get that guy off your platform and let the police know that this guy is harassing people. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, and then obviously people see shit like this and they're like, well, why the fuck would I go if, you know, there's a chance I might get molested, or like fucking, you know, all these weird people might come up to me and try to like touch me inappropriately or shit like that. Like, I'm just gonna sit at home, watch YouTube, eat popcorn or whatever the fuck, right? And just mind my own business. Like, I don't need to go. Like, I would just watch it from home. You know, I'm safe. Like, you know, I'm not putting myself at risk. And this is not a good thing to have, because this is what causes people to isolate themselves. If going out, there's always a risk because these weirdos are not being taken care of. People will just isolate in the house, which, I mean, yeah, for companies, it's a good thing, you know, like companies like Amazon, like Uber Eats or whatever the fuck, right? But as a human being, like, you know, for a human being, it's not good. Like, you're supposed to go out. Like, even if you're an introvert, I am a very much I'm an introvert. Like, I spend a lot of time in my house, but even I, once a week at a bare minimum, I have to go out the house, like, for an hour or two, just walk out. Like, you know what I mean? You need this. Like, this is part of human nature. Like, we gotta go out, we gotta talk to other people, even if it's for 5-10 minutes a day or once a week or whatever. Not having any conversation with anybody because, you know, because the president, I think that's how it's pronounced, is said that, oh, you go out and you might interact with some fucked up human being. Like, you know, I'm not gonna interact. I'm gonna avoid everybody and make sure that I'm safe. That's not good. Like, that's not okay. And authorities and event organizers, right, because we're talking about events right now, right, should be doing a lot more to protect people from this kind of behavior. Like, this is not okay. Like, this should not be happening. And people, I don't want to see any, by the way, I'm going to make this very clear right now. If anybody is defending this kind of behavior in the comments, is getting instantly banned and reported. Like, to be clear, straight up, straight clear, you if you defend this type of harassment, you're getting reported and you're getting banned. Like, I don't want you to be part of my community or part of my chat whatsoever. I don't want to see you in my chat. You disagree with me, just leave the channel, unsubscribe if you are subscribed, and just fuck off to a different channel. Like, I don't want you on my channel. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucked up and this should not be defended whatsoever.
Fantasy books at this romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a...
Oh yeah, and sorry to pause again. It's also like I mentioned earlier, right? Like, women will say, oh, men are so creepy, they always like harass women. And like, yeah, sure, there are some weirdos out there. Like, obviously, I'm not denying that. But then you do the same thing or even worse to men when you have the opportunity. So are you really trying to solve the issue? Because, like, you can complain, men are weird, bro. Like, that should, you know, men should not be touching women's breast inappropriately, and that's completely fair. I agree with you. Like, that should not happen. But you shouldn't, you shouldn't do the same thing to a man. Like, go and touch his dick inappropriately or try and put hands on him, like sexually harass him, and you know, because he's a man and you're a woman. Like, haha, now I have the power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, men don't like that shit either. Like, we both genders agree that that's something you don't do. Why the fuck are you doing it? You're part of the problem for both genders. Quite literally, you're part of the problem for both genders. You do this to a man. Say you do this to someone who's very mentally unstable, right? Like, who shouldn't really be in a situation like this in the first place, or maybe, you know, he locked himself in the house because, you know, he had some depression or whatever, like he's going through a hard time, and now he's trying to connect back into society. For some reason, he thought this was a good idea, but whatever, we move on, right? And you do this kind of thing. They, you know, like, kids that are being molested are more likely to become molesters themselves, right? Someone who got assaulted has more chances to become an assaulter himself. So you're contributing to the problem. Like, just stop it. You know, you shouldn't do this in the first place. But even if you don't care about that, like, just think about the fact that you're also making it worse for yourself, because the man that you did this to, he can come back and take revenge. And, you know, I doubt he'll be nicer to you than he was before. You know what I mean? Like, just think about that. Like, just stop doing this shit. What's wrong with humanity, bro? Why the fuck can we not be normal people, bro? Like, why the fuck do we have to act up so fucked up and have to somehow outplay each other in the worst way possible? A man touched a woman's breast. Well, you know, now two women are going to, you know, sexually assault him. That's not something to be proud of. That's not what you should do. You should report him to the police and get him arrested. You shouldn't get revenge on him by doing it to him. Like, that's not how that works. That's not gonna solve the problem. Like, fucking hell, bro. Humanity nowadays is so fucking far from reality. It's actually depressing, man.
Hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago, there was this thing called cosplay is not consent.
Yeah,
Basically, it was a
exactly.
campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back, because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry-
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not okay if a man does it to a woman or a woman does it to a man. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, consent is consent. If someone says no, then the final answer is fucking no. You stop. That's it. End of story.
For over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes
bad.
weird shit happens, but honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When the furries are calling you out for being freaks.
Yeah, when a furry is telling you get your shit together, you know you're fucked up, bro. Like, you know you're down the deep end. Like, the furry is telling you, yo, you need to pack your shit and get your life straight. And that's coming from a furry. Like, what the fuck?
You need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends, and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you, this is a book convention, okay? For books. Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than this. There needs to be more studies.
It's wild because it's true, yes.
On how this stuff affects women's brains. Because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't
That
neutral.
works out, yeah.
Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest.
Exactly. Like, this is exactly what I said earlier, right? Like, look, I'm just being validated right now. I literally said this earlier. If you only think about fucked up shit, or, you know, you're a man who only jerks off to anime girls, right? Then that's all your brain knows, that, oh, this is what gets me aroused. Like, nothing else will arouse me. A normal human being is not gonna arouse me anymore. Like, that's the problem with watching too much porn, watching fucked up porn, right? Watching or reading about fucked up porn, or just reading porn in general, right? Like, because reading or watching is kind of the same thing in the end. Yeah, sure, in one you read, in one you watch, and while you stroke, and the other one you read while you stroke, but the idea and the end result is the same. That's what I'm trying to say, right? And the more you do fucked up shit, or you get aroused to fucked up shit, the more your brain will think that's the normal. That's what you should do, you know, rather than be like, okay, this is fiction. Because at one point, you know, it's like the saying, right? A lie repeat it so many times it becomes the truth, right? It's the same. It's the exact same thing as, you know, watching like porn, like fucked up shit all over and over again.
Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels, because one is a video of two people actually having real sex, and the other is, well, just words on paper.
Yep.
I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by gooners who don't want to give it up. But is reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough. So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like it's a pretty clear answer that some things, yes, should be shamed. Because, and I know a lot of people might react in a very negative way about this, but let me explain, right? Like she's saying here, right? Like, for example, bestiality or like incest, right? Yeah, these are fucked up things, right? But a lot of the people, yes, of course, there will be that, you know, that one person that will shame you, to bully you, to harass you, to make fun of you, to whatever the fuck you want to say. But most people, they shame you with the intention of you actually realizing that you're fucked up in the brain, and you need to get yourself fixed, get yourself back on the path, right? So it's like, yes, we are shaming you, but we're doing this so you can hopefully fix your life, like you can get yourself together, you know what I mean? Like that's more of what it is. But regardless, yes, it's not good regardless. And some things, yes, shame has places to be at. Like in a lot of cases, you know, like for example, furry porn, right? I think it should be shamed because once again, it goes back to being part of the problem, to where now you can't accept normal because your brain has rewired to accept fucked up shit, like unrealistic shit, right? Now, to you, fiction has become normal and normal has become fiction. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to say, right? So I think, yes, it should be, you know, something should be shamed. But, you know, a lot of people say, well, nah, bro, like, you know, no shame. Like everybody has their own kinks and interests. Well, yeah, but you're the same person that, at least hopefully, you know, if I was to say, oh, do you agree with pedophiles? Be like, nah, man, they're fucked up in the head. That's still being shameful towards someone. Rightfully so, obviously, but you're still being shameful to someone. So you're being retarded when you say, well, no, shame has no place. But then you're like, so what about pedophiles or people that fuck their own brothers and sisters? Oh no, they're fucked up in the head. Like they need to be, you know, hospitalized. So you're shaming them. You're doing what you're saying that should not happen. You know, you see what I mean? But yes, shame has a place and shame has a purpose. A lot of times people use shame to give you the hint that you need to stop what you're doing and you need to get yourself back on the right path. It's just how we go.
Pedophilia should be shamed. I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know.
Wait, hold on. I've been doing this since before I started watching you. I started watching you like half a year ago, but all right, let's continue. But yes, exactly. They are cooking. They are frying their brain. Just like I said, you know, incels fry their brain with characters, like with cartoon characters. So like, the only thing that gets me horny is Starfire from Teen Titans Go, like, you know, or whatever, right? Or yeah, it's the one character, whatever. I don't know. I don't play Genshin, right? You know, it's a Genshin character, like with big boobs or whatever, right? Like that's doing the exact same thing that these books are doing to women. Like you need to stop.
And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no.
Who the fuck? Actually, I don't want to know who Mrs. Hands is. Let's just go on.
Just say no to monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a...
Yeah, so basically like 90% human being with like some, I don't know, fiction features, like, you know, like she said, like fucking a woman with cat ears, you know, if whether, and we're not talking about like the fucking hairbands that you put on, we're talking about like fucking actual cat ears, but 99.9% of it, it's a fucking human being, or like elf, you know, human elf, you know what I mean? It's an actual normal human being woman with like elf ears, like, you know. But for them, like for women, it's like it's so extreme to the point where it's like, you know, 1% human, 99% fucking non-human, you know?
Really see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot tall dommy mommy vampire.
Bro, what the fuck did you just say?
Giant titties. Meanwhile, women are like, I want to the pollution monster from Fern Gully. So people on Reddit asked this very question.
Wait, no, actually,
Let's
never
see
mind.
the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. One, human men are quite often terrible.
Of course they are. And you want to know something? I bet you on everything. This woman is fucking obese. This woman has no, you know, she's a femcel, right? She's not dated men. She's the type of woman that just always says fuck man, and she's like 800 pounds. Because she's too lazy to get her life together to go to the fucking gym and stop stuffing her mouth with fucking Oreos. And then it's like nobody wants to date her, and all the men call her fat and tell her that she needs to lose some weight for her own fucking benefit. And she's like, you insulted me? Oh, all men are horrible. Like, no, bitch, get your life together. You're gonna die at the age of fucking 40. Like, no one says you have to be like perfect model. But like 800 pounds is not healthy either. Is the other extreme. Like, being, you know, a bit fat, or actually, I don't know, put quotations. If you are a bit fat, right? Like, you know, oh, maybe you're supposed to be 60 kilograms for your height and your build, but you're 80 kilograms. Whatever is one thing, you know. It's not good, yeah, but it's not the end of the world. But if you're supposed to be 60 kilograms and you're weighing 200 kilograms, that's a problem for you. That's a problem for you. You're gonna kill yourself and you're gonna die before you're fucking 40 years old. Like, you know, but it's like, no, men are horrible, bro. They told me I need to go to the gym and lose some weight because otherwise I'm gonna die. Like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro. And then you reach shit like this, like a cow fucking you, like, and you fingering a cow's ass, and you're like, yeah, you know, men are horrible, bro. Like, they don't compare to the cow that I read about. Like, yeah, of course, you're fucked up. You're fucked in the head. You need to put down that shit, get your life together, touch some grass, and then your life will become better. And maybe if you lose some weight and you take care of yourself, because here's the thing. Most men, when they look for a woman, right, they care about, number one, and most importantly, they care about, and this is before they even date. This is even like, we're talking even just friends, right? Just someone that you meet up with, you know, just joke around, whatever. They care for people, and especially women, right? Because, you know, maybe they're attracted to her, and maybe, you know, maybe in the future something will work out, right? They're interested in that person taking care of themselves. Like, if you smell like shit, you don't brush your teeth, right? And you're like 800 pounds, then men are not gonna be interested in you. And no, it's not, oh well, yeah, because they don't deem me fuckable. No, bro, they don't want to be around you because you're someone that doesn't take care of themselves. Why the fuck would anybody want to be around you if you don't want to take care of yourself? It's a bad image for them, having someone that doesn't take care of themselves around them. You see what I mean? And you have the same standard for men, rightfully so, and just a normal thing, a good thing to have, right? If men don't take care of themselves and like they smell like shit, they don't brush their teeth, you know, they're fucking, you know, their dick smells, you know, I mean, from a mile away because they don't wash their ass, right? Like, of course you don't want to be around them, right? Even whether you think they're attractive or not, whether you think about maybe in the future we might become something more than just friends, or if you just care about being friends, someone that you meet up with to have a coffee, to go eat a meal, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have the same standard. So why the fuck do you not hold the same standard for yourself? And then you wonder why nobody wants to hang around you. I don't fucking know. Maybe look in the mirror. Maybe go take a shower. Go outside. Take care of yourself. Like, do something with your life, and then people will slowly come towards you and want to stay with you, spend time with you. And I'm not talking necessarily romantically, even just friends. Like, people will be more likely to spend time with you. But as long as you don't take care of yourself and you live in this fiction world where you think that, you know, the ideal man needs to be 6 foot tall, have a six pack, go to the gym 7 days a week, only eat super healthy, be mega rich while you are fucking obese. You don't do jack shit. You don't even cook for yourself. You just eat McDonald's and KFC all day, while you don't go to work because you're too lazy. Oh, I don't have time. Why am I supposed to work? Men are working. I'm supposed to stay at home and just fucking kill yourself, right? Because that's what you're doing. Stuffing your mouth with so much food, you're slowly but surely killing yourself. Like, that's not normal. Like, take care of yourself, and then other people will be interested in spending time with you. You know, friends, possible future relationships, whatever. And stop being so toxic. Like, this toxic mentality obviously goes both ways, right? Because this applies to men that, you know, think that, you know, oh, all the women are just horrible pieces of shit. Like, yeah, bro, is something wrong with you? Like, take care of yourself, go to the gym, wash yourself. You know what I mean? Take care of your teeth, and then people will start to hang around with you. Like, if you don't care about yourself, why should other people care about you? And this question applies to both men and women. If you don't give a shit about yourself, why should other people give a shit about you? That's simple. You know, when you start to give a shit about yourself, other people will also start to give a shit about you. Other people will be more interested in being around you. But right now, you don't care about yourself, so other people don't really care about you either. It's simple. Like, that's straight up, like, easy to understand, right? Like, I don't know how to explain this in an easier way.
Romance books with human men are reasonable responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1. Human men are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2. It's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures.
No, it's not human nature.
We've been doing it in literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3. Unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc, etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men.
Yeah, okay. You need to, like, see what I mean? Like, these people need help. Like, if they need to take care of themselves, put down this dog shit and actually do something with their life. Like, bro, you're in the age of the internet. You don't want to go and work for Walmart, whatever, bro. You don't have to, or whatever, you know, you don't want to work in a warehouse, like, don't. The internet, it's a thing, bro. Like, you can literally, nowadays, you can make a life out of anything. Like, if you have one good skill and you focus on that, you can make a career out of that, right? Music production for me, for example. Now I'm also trying YouTube. I see it's working kind of well, and I really appreciate that, right? But the thing is, as long as you want to do something, you can achieve it, right? You need to want to do it so you can achieve it. If you don't care about it, you will never achieve it. And then you'll always stay miserable and be like, man, what the fuck, man, this is not working for me. Oh, this is bullshit. All men are full, like, whatever, you know? And if you treat men like shit, and they treat you back also like shit, you know, and then you go, men are horrible. All men are fucking pieces of shit. Like, then, yeah, of course nobody wants to hang around. You're like, what the fuck? Think about it. The problem, if everybody treats you the same, then maybe it's not the problem with them. Maybe it's with you. Just think about that.
As a fat woman of color.
What fat woman of color? What the fuck did I say? I told you they were all fat. Because these are the people that don't take care of themselves. And then they go and complain about everybody else. Oh no, the world is so fucking shit. The world hates me. Everybody is against me. But you don't give a shit about yourself. And what the fuck does a fat woman of color, please listen, what the fuck does that supposed to mean? I don't care if you're fucking green, black, white, neon pink. It doesn't fucking matter. You're a human being. Just say, yeah, as a woman, because you're a fucking woman. Like, it doesn't matter if you're yellow, green, black, white. Like, what? That's bullshit. This is just so stupid, bro. And it's something that is so common with women. I don't understand. As or like, and also with the LGBT community. And look, whatever, bro. If you want to be gay, do your thing. I don't give a shit, right? Keep it behind closed doors. Don't make everybody else's problem, and then nobody else will have a problem either, right? But like, I hate it when it's like, as a gay man, bro, just say you, whatever, bro, you're gay. Nobody gives a shit. Just shut the fuck up. Stop inserting this as a gay man. That does not give you any superior ground or anything like that. It doesn't make you special. It just makes you a fucking retard, right? But anyway, but yeah, this is a problem, right? Like, they don't care about themselves, and then they wonder why nobody else cares about them. I wonder why.
Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic.
I wonder why, bro. I wonder why, bro. Like, fat woman will be like, nah, I don't want to date the fat man. I just want to date someone who has a six-pack, goes to the gym, all this and all that. But then, you know, bro, women, listen. Dead ass. I'm being so serious about this, right? Women are so toxic. If you think women are bad to men, you should see skinny women towards fat women, or even worse, fat women towards skinny women. Like, holy shit, that is some fuck shit. Like, skinny women will always tell the fat woman, yeah, you look good, bro. Like, yeah, respect yourself, yeah, be proud of yourself. Because they know they don't, you know, the fat woman doesn't stand a chance compared to her. And then the fat woman will hate the skinny woman because the skinny woman gets attention. The skinny woman takes care of herself, so like men talk to her. Whereas she eats six fucking McDonald's meal in one sitting, you know, that smells like shit, has 60 fucking body rolls, 6 chins, and then she's like, men are so horrible. Men are fucked up. Oh, it's all because you dress like a whore. You are a whore. Like, you know what I mean? It's so messed up because they choose the easy way out rather than take care of themselves, and so they can put themselves in a better position. They just choose to insult the other person, right? Kind of like Hassan does whenever someone brings a good argument towards him, right? I don't know why I brought him into this conversation, but whatever, right? Like, rather than address the issue and talk about the issue, they just make something up. It's not my fault, it's everybody else's fault. No, bitch, it's your fault. You know, and the same goes for men that do this too. Like, bro, you are a bitch. Like, you need to take care of yourself. If you see that this guy works hard, he goes to the gym or whatever, he looks good, he takes care of himself, and he gets attention from women, and you don't. Well, that's because of you, bro. Like, take care of your stupid ass. You know, go to the gym, get in shape, you know, lose some weight, and then, you know, women will come to you. But if you do nothing, nobody will care. Like, you don't care about yourself, nobody will care about you either. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. I don't understand how so many people. Well, actually, no, I do understand. A lot of people just get into their head, or they're like narcissistic people that think that the world revolves around them, right?
As a fat woman of color, modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic, and romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women/women of color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it.
Yeah, see? So basically, what she's saying is, so reality has this expectation from me that I should be looking after myself. I should be taking care of myself. In alien novels, I can be a lazy piece of shit, a fat piece of shit that does nothing with their life and still be loved. You see what I mean? Like, that's what she's trying to say. But she's putting it in nicer words. You know, basically, she's just avoiding the subject.
Sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society.
100%.
But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those, like, dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect...
That's the problem. That's the other thing. Like, she brings a really good point, right? Like, a lot of times, women don't, or they didn't initially hate men, right? A lot of them have been told to hate men, and then they just went along with it, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, you don't want, like, you don't want the baggage that comes with a man, right? Like, the imperfections that come with a man. But I can promise you that a man doesn't want the imperfections that come with a woman either. But fuck it, bro. This is real life. This is what it is. It's just how we go, bro. Like, calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
Guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You
cannot, bro. No, you cannot save her from her daddy issues.
Do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her.
No, bro, it will ruin your life. Like, obviously she's joking, right? But for the people that took this seriously, no, don't do it. It's a bad idea.
Many women, there's this desire for, like, danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me. But
yeah, like the fucking, like the 100 women that voted, that said that they would rather live with a bear than a man. Bro, are you serious? Like, just go, honestly, bro. Those women that said they would rather live with a bear than a man, bro, just go in the forest, don't come back, go live with him. We don't give a shit about you. We don't want you around. You're clearly too retarded for normal people, so you're doing everybody a service by just fucking off on your own.
Honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying this is the average male fantasy and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl?
What? Oh, I have that video queued, so we're going to react to that as well. So it'll be like the next video that you guys see on the channel. I have put it on in queue. But what the fuck did you just say? Like that? What? Hold on, go back.
I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying this is the average male fantasy and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video, They're basically both the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case,
Yeah, bro. Oh, my hero, the student loan.
the woman is being f***ed by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2026, bro. And also, like, yeah, obviously at the core of it, like, they're both the same thing, right? Like, it's kind of the same fantasy, right? It's just in a different wrapper, if it so to speak, right? But the problem is that, and obviously I'm giving this, you know, I guess in advance, like before I've seen the video, right, of the book that she's talking about the men fantasy. But really, if you think about it logically, right, what does a man, what's a man's role, right? Like, and I'm not talking like a man should provide, like whatever. No, I mean like you know, what do men want? Like, what do men think that their role is? Like, genuinely, right? At the core of it, right? They want to have a purpose in life, right? To be able to take care of someone, right? To be able to provide for someone, because that's what gives them that's what gives them fulfillment, right? Like, you know, oh, you know, I go to work. I hate this job, but fuck it, it's worth it, right? At the end of the day, I know that I'm taking care of my wife. I'm taking care of possibly my kids, right? Like, that's what men want, right? They want to have a purpose in life, right? And a lot of the times that purpose comes in the form of taking care of a family, right? Or it could be something smaller, right? When your girlfriend or your wife asks you, hey, I just bought this bathroom mirror, but I don't know how to put it up. I can't get the screw to stay in the wall. And then you come in, you take the thing, you put the screw in the wall, you put the mirror, and the mirror sits there, and the screw doesn't fall out anymore. You feel accomplishment because she is happy you did it. You helped her, right? She is happy that you're the one that she can rely on. She can be like, oh my God, he's my man. Like, I always, if I ever have a problem, I can rely on him. And you are happy, number one, that you achieve something, right? Like, you see her being happy and it makes you happy because you helped her with her issue. It doesn't matter if it's some stupid shit, right? Like a mundane shit, like putting a screw into a wall and a mirror to it, or, you know, or attaching the mirror to the screw, or if it's something more complicated. Maybe, I don't know, there's some, like, you know, she's having some bad time, right? Like, she's going through a hard time in her life and you're there for her. You bring her up, right? From her downside, right? Like from or downside of her life, right? It doesn't matter. Like, men crave to fulfill, right? To bring happiness to others so that they can be happy, right? It's kind of simple, right? And women crave to have the man that can bring that happiness and help them, you know, succeed in life, or maybe, you know, help them achieve what they want in life, you know, even if it's some mundane shit. Like, she really thought this mirror was cute and she wanted it up, and now her man is here and she's putting it up. Like, now the mirror is there, now she's happy, you know, now she's, you know, and that's what she looks for, right? But the problem is that in today's society, we have been fucking hell, bro. We have been pushed to crazy extremes on both sides, right? Men have been pushed to crazy extremes by retards that don't take care of themselves and say, oh, women are pieces of shit, you know, because she cheated on me. And yes, obviously there are men that cheat on women and women that cheat on men. They're both pieces of shit. I don't care about your gender, you're still a piece of shit, right? And there are women who refuse to take care of themselves and they say, oh, men are pieces of shit, like they don't like me, they tell me to lose weight, like they don't respect me as a woman, like, oh, they cheat on me. Yeah, whatever, that's still a piece of shit of a man. Like, that's not a man, you know what I mean? Is man as a gender but not a man. He's not a man. He's a boy as a gender, sorry, but not a man, right? A man is someone who has loyalty for their partner. And bro, if shit doesn't work out, bro. It's just like, hey, listen, it ain't working out. Let's go our separate ways. It's better for the both of us. It will hurt in the short term, but it'll be better in the long run for both of us. Like, rather than sit here and suffer and maybe you cheat on her, she cheats on you, and it's like a fucked up relationship, right? Like, if it doesn't work out, just leave, right? Just say, okay, let's call it quit. We can still be friends if you want to be friends, or end it all, whatever, right? Like, it is what it is. But you know, at the end of the day, what normal humans want, right, whether it be male or female, is to have, you know, as a man, to have a woman that she's there for you, right, and you're there for her, and every time she has a problem, you're the one that can solve the problem for her and make her happy, which then makes you happy, right? Or you go from work and you come back from work after an 8 hour 12 hour shift, right, like at your shitty job, you walk in the house and she's like, you know what, let me help you take your coat off, and look, I made you something to eat, like it's warm, I just finished it, you can have a meal, right? Do you want a coffee as well, or a tea? You know, it's like small things like this that help a relationship. And this is what, you know, really both sides crave, right? Like if she's coming home from work and you work from home, you know, and she comes home and it's like cold outside or whatever, like she's just tired, right? She's just all done from work, she just wants to come home, chill with you, you know, she would appreciate if you make her a coffee, if you make her something to eat, because at the end of the day, you work from home, right? Like it's not hard for you to, I don't know, you don't know how to cook, bro, just get a fucking frozen pizza, put it in the oven, and when she comes home, she has something to eat. It's not necessarily what you give her, it's more about the intention, right? The fact that you thought about it, right? Like she will appreciate that you thought about it. You're like, oh my god, he thought about me, like he you know, he made me pizza, whatever, he's a retard, he can't cook, but he bought me a pizza and it's here, like I can eat, like I'm, you know, I don't need to cook myself, like I got that sorted out, like he took care of it for me, you know. And that's what matters, that's what both genders want, really, right? Someone that they can rely on when they need help, but oh, you know, and someone that can help them when they need help, but also someone that they can help. Is kind of part of human nature. A lot more, you know, helping people when it comes to men, and a lot more being helped when it comes to women. But that doesn't mean that they're not interchangeable. You know, like that doesn't mean that men don't need help at all, or you know, women can't do anything on their own, right? Like it's not like that. Like don't be extreme, don't be a retard about it, right? But yeah. Anyway, let's just finish this video.
Maybe it's not that deep. There are some
Let's go back.
or student law the same fantasy. This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something, I don't know. Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the that's the moral of this video.
Yeah. And for men to stop watching all kinds of weird
So what
hentai.
do you guys think? What is your theory?
No, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Take that shit off.
So what do you guys think? What is your
No, please take that shit off, man.
theory? Why is the monster romance genre so popular with women in particular? And who is your weirdest hear me out? Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all know mine already.
Wait, he's from Nemo? What the fuck is his name?
It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe. You know what? Never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon with a new video. Bye!
Anyway, honestly, it was a good video, like for real. Sean Head, I like her content. And this was a great video. It was a very interesting video, more or less in a good way. I guess it was an interesting perspective, right? But also, you know, just like I said, right? Like don't over exaggerate with things in life, right? Like anything and everything, when it gets abused, it becomes bad, right? Like just do it in a normal way. Just, you know, maybe don't jerk off to, I don't know, weird porn in general or whatever, right? Or, you know, whatever. You do it once a year or whatever, like that's your thing. It is what it is. Don't exaggerate. That's the main goal, right? But yeah, anyway, next up, we will be looking at men. You know, what men are reading or watching. I believe it's called What Men Are Watching or something like that, which will be on the same day that you guys are seeing this video on the channel, right? Like it'll be, so basically hear me out, right? So I I think I'm gonna be having an upload schedule. Like I'm trying to keep a steady upload schedule, bro, but I kind of struggle with that shit. But I'm gonna try and have an upload schedule where there's a new episode at 9 a.m. Romania time and 3 p.m. Romania time, which I'm not sure because in America it also depends where the fuck you are in America, like depending on your time zone. Like yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna say Romanian time because that's my local time, so it's easy, right? You can wherever you are in the world, you can look at what time that will be for you, and that's when the video will be up, right? Like I'll try and keep that as much as possible. Daily uploads, so 2 videos a day is my goal. At the bare minimum, 1 video a day. If it's actually absolutely nothing to talk about, or maybe I can't post that day. Well, if I can't post that day, I will let you guys know anyway. But yeah, it'll be 2 uploads a day, a minimum 1 upload a day. If it's absolutely nothing to post, then maybe I'll skip a day. If I got nothing to talk about. And yeah, if it's something where I actually can't post that day, I will let you guys know in the community tab. You know what I mean? And most likely in a pinned comment on the latest video at the time, right? But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, drop a like, leave a comment with anything that you want to discuss with me. And honestly, it's been a wild episode. Once again, I made like a half an hour episode into over an hour. So, but hey, we had lots to talk about, right? I had lots of opinions, so yeah. But regardless, I've been Dota. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you next time. Peace out.